Happy Father's Day to all the daddies and people with children out there. Ignore the absolute congestion that you're hearing. It was a beer day. You know that I'm just full of allergens. And on that note, welcome back to talking about things that happened this week, because things definitely happened this week. Princess Kate Middleton did her first public debut post-cancer announcement at the Trooping of Color ceremony, which is basically the King's birthday parade in London. Which looked nice. I guess she said in a post that she's not out of the woods yet. So keep going, Kate. And literally and genuinely, fuck cancer. For those of you that are still on the platform, Twitter, aka X, has officially hidden all likes on the app, so you can no longer see what somebody else has liked. Elon Musk said it's easier to make your For You page something that you would like without people judging what you have liked. And I don't know about you, but I think that this is just a way for the rich and powerful to continue to like on the app without the rest of us looking at them and being like, maybe you shouldn't be liking that directly in the public eye. No judgment. It's just that rich and powerful men tend to hide what they're doing while expecting the rest of us to do everything out and open so that they can monitor it. So we're just talking about double standards here. Kris Jenner has suggested that she would be down to have another kid. She's 68 years old. Maybe leave this to the next generation there, Kris. The Republican portion of the United States Supreme Court has officially removed the ban on bump stocks. And if you don't know what a bump stock is, it's basically an accessory you stick on the end of your rifle that makes it act as a machine gun. And their rationale was that you cannot regulate them as machine guns, when to me, all I'm seeing is a gun that is shooting very rapidly for no discernible reason. I'm very much aware that the Republican Party does not see my right to life and safety as something that is as important as somebody else's Second Amendment right to make your gun look cool. In more horrible news, the Southern Baptist Convention, aka the nation's largest Protestant denomination, has officially voted in their annual meeting to oppose IVF. So, Amazon Fresh has announced that they are now lowering grocery prices by 30% to bring back inflation-battered customers. Remember what we talked about before when Walgreens has done this, and McDonald's has done this, and Target has done this? We're starting to see the writing on the wall that maybe, once again, this isn't necessarily inflation, but corporate greed. The Supreme Court has ruled that Mifepristone is legal across the US, which is a temporary relief for anyone who cares about a woman's right to choose what happens to her body. And then before you get too excited, that does not mean that somebody else cannot pick up the same lawsuit and run with it. The Supreme Court just found that the doctors that were suing in the first place didn't have standing, which means they're saying, like, it's not an invalid argument for you to sue over this. It's just that you can't sue over this, but someone else can, and we can pretty much guarantee will. Rihanna has teased that she is working on new music, though she did say the old stuff that she has written pretty much doesn't resonate with her anymore, so she's scrapping the entire album that she's been working on and starting over. I think it's kind of the same thing that's been going on for years and years and years and years, where she's like, new music is coming. Don't worry, something else is coming. And it's Fenty. Always Fenty. Normani finally dropped her debut album, DOPAMINE, and it's good. I think, we'll come back to this at a later date, she is going to be in the running for Best New Artist at the Grammys. And while we're talking about Best New Artist, I think we're gonna put Chapel Roan and Sabrina Carpenter in that conversation as well. I think you'll see all three of them on that list. And I'm sure as we see more people come down the pike in the next few months with albums of their own, we will be adding to this. And finally, Florida restrictions on providing gender-affirming care to trans youth and adults has been found unconstitutional in a district court. This is a victory for trans rights advocates and just people who don't want to be in other people's business. Okay, thank you.